Right, so the next step would be to draw the passing pose. We've done so far contact, and then down, and then the up. So in between there, we need a passing pose. So in order to have passing pose, I'm going to add another. Okay, let's another layer there, and I'm going to bring it down here. So I should start naming correctly. So this one is I'm using it. Right, drawing. It's going to here up, and then guide, and then I'm going to just double click to rename it. If you also like to rename, passing, and then I'm going to underscore, and then guide. Okay, and then I'm going to double click. Oops, double click the name. So I'm going to this guide, and then this is drawing walk. Okay, and then this one is on the ground. Okay. So here the passing pose, I'm just going to add passing pose here. Okay, so passing pose, I'm going to use maybe blue. So here, so you see this is going up, and then I'm just going to find the middle point here, right? Midpoint here between the. Oh, actually, you know what? I should have pushed it this one upwards a little bit further, because now I see, right? I made a little mistake, but nothing that cannot be fixed. Okay. So I'm going to add. Well, also it could still make sense because you know, the pushing it forward, up and I mean this, you see there's a little more distance, and then you can see, right, when it comes down, I mean it would getting faster, so it would make sense still. But anyway, I'm going to find this middle ground between these two for these legs, and then, you know, for the lower leg, and then the and then I'm going to just draw here. Okay. And then this is pushing, and this legs comes down, right? And I mean it's already down from down pose. Don't get confused with this. I'm going to turn this one off so that you can see the guidelines. I'm drawing it like this one as a guide, using the guide layer as a base. So it goes up, and then between these two, right, this on top, like maybe there's a slow down, I mean slow in, and then this leg right here, this leg and this leg, and then this, so it goes down, right, down, and then it comes back, it pushes up, right, so it should be right somewhere, something like this. But we have to find the right, so this, if I do that, then from here to here, right, it will be too far. So what I do here is, let's see, so I have to find the kind of middle ground. So it will be, so the body moves up, and then, right, the ball will spin, like rotate, and then also it will be more like this. Okay, I mean still there are a lot of distance that it has to travel, but since it is pushing, maybe I can even little more like that. Okay. So again, try to keep the length. I mean this becomes a little bit long, that's okay, little exaggeration is fine, but try to keep the the proportion right between the where the knee is, and okay, I'm going to go with that, and then I will also here we will have to add, right? Do you see them? I mean, it's kind of like a little bit on like a not clear, so I'm going to click this one and increase the opacity a little bit, so it comes down here and then go up, and then we need another uh, passing pose here. So just I'm going to copy like this one's body, like the position of the sphere. And then you have to keep that in mind also. This other leg, right? This, not this leg, but this left leg is just supporting it. And then this leg, I mean right leg is now. So don't get confused. I mean, it could get. I understand it could get a little confusing. There are a lot of poses here, right? So that's what I do, and that's what I'm going to draw. So like, so I'm going to make it this one maybe a little bit thicker, just to be clear. Since this is on the other side, maybe I will make it a little bit thinner so that it's a little bit more clear, without like having to change the color. Of each leg, so to make it visually little bit more clear. So that will be my guide for the passing pose. So what I do here is I'm going to again now I'm going to close this one and close this one by clicking this little button here, and then I'm going to right click on this and then also change that exposure to 60, okay, to make it like 60 frames long. So if I expand this playback range, you will see it is also expanded. Okay, so I'm going to make it a little smaller, the playback region smaller, and then here the passing pose. So if I turn this visibility back on, the passing pose should be right after this down pose, right? This is the walk animation layer. So I go here, right here on the animation layer, right after the down pose, the up pose coming up right away. So that should be actually the passing pose. So I'm going to press Shift J, Shift and J, press it, so that you're gonna have empty frame here. So what I do here using black color, like I've been using that as a and then I'm going to draw that, draw that passing pose here. Okay, so and then I'm going to press plus on the keyboard, so it's 2 frames long. So it goes passing pose and then up and then down, I mean contact and then down, and then it goes up. So I need to add the another passing pose here, and then Shift J to create the empty frame, and then I'm going to add this right here. Okay. Okay. So once I'm done that, I'm going to press plus to make it 2 frames long. So if I so now I'm going to play back. I'm going to turn this one up, all the guidelines, I mean layers, and then if I press play button, and make sure that you have loop button on. So now you can see, basically little more complete walk. Sorry about the this drag, and then it kind of stops like but you can see, right? I think my computer is kind of slow, and you can see now the full playback of the walk. Okay, so now I think it's quite okay for the profile walk, and then after that, as I'm going to draw the walk from the front view using this as a guide, the profile walk, and I'm also going to start adding the this center line so that we can see visually how the ball and then that represents the pelvis rotates in all axes. Okay, in the next video.